It's the 90th minute between Newcastle and Liverpool. 2-2 as the referee calls for 11 minutes of added time. 10 men Newcastle dominate the game as Liverpool scrambles to find a moment of control. On comes 16-year-old RIO NGUMOHA. What could a player at that age in such a hostile environment do during the custody battle for Alexander Isak? A game where tifos saying "get into them" are being held up to push their own players towards reckless tackles. 90+6. Salah plays a beauty of a pass through to Szoboszlai as he decides to jump over the ball and present it on a silver platter for the 16-year-old. Will he get nervous? Will he miss this legendary opportunity? No. He steps up and smashes it into the far corner, sprints across the pitch, celebrating what would be his first Premier League goal in a game for the Hall of Fame of Premier League matches. That is football, my friends, and that is also just the beginning of RIO NGUMOHA's story. As we all know, RIO NGUMOHA is still not in the game of FC25, probably in FC26, but I made sure we got him today. Coming in at a 65 rating, 16 years old, 78 pace, 77 dribbling, 5-star skills, totally deserved. You've seen compilations of this dude, you'll know. And then the playstyles: technical, flair, trickster, and quick step. I feel like these are the playstyles that fit him the best. Coming in at that 65 rating, now being the backup to the likes of Gakpo, potentially at some point taking over the career of this guy could be incredible. But what are we aiming for? First, RIO has to go ahead and become a starter. How do you do that? By going through the bench. Coming on as a substitute multiple times in his first season, he will have to prove himself, getting at least 3 goal contributions. If he fails to do that, well, he has to go out on loan and prove himself somewhere else. Once we have gone through the first season, we'll see the new goals of RIO's career as we move forward. Liverpool is at the top of the league table right now, and guess who we're up against? Alexander Isak and Newcastle United, the game in which he had done so well to give Liverpool the 3 points. And he might have another chance yet. Anthony Gordon scores early on, 25 minutes into the game for Newcastle United. The team was struggling. 27 minutes in, it is Mo Salah's shot coming off the post, and in the second half, it was time. Gakpo coming off, NGUMOHA coming on to the game. Can he be the hero once again? Is this the big moment for him? He runs through down the left-hand side, looking for options in the middle. He has to cut back in, finds teammates. No, not really. Those passes were not accurate enough. Wirtz, acting as a half-winger, was looking for RIO all the time, and RIO was showcasing his skills, his ability, as Mo Salah kept failing in terms of scoring the goal to get us back into the game. Ekitike and some good passing, though, finally led to McAllister scoring. 1-1 it is. Is this a moment for RIO to step up and get the winner? Well, lads, here it is. 92nd minute. Wirtz looks for RIO. He finds him. He's through. He could take a shot, and he does so twice and nearly picks up the winner, but fails in the end. It's a draw against Newcastle United. We couldn't repeat what he had done in real life. Liverpool, though, are still at the top of the league table, and maybe Leicester City would be an easier opponent for NGUMOHA to prove himself. So Leicester City, second half, it's 1-0 for Liverpool. This could be an easy one for him as he comes into a game where the team feels more comfortable. Well, here he goes. RIO on the left with Wirtz once again. The combinations were working. The skill moves were very nice as he's constantly looking to make an impact in this game. Now, 86 minutes in, he's about to go through and pass it to Ekitike. Gets taken down, and it just shows that the league was aware of RIO's abilities. And this game actually ended 1-0. In the Champions League now, Liverpool are about to drop into the playoffs. A game against PSV Eindhoven could be the moment for RIO to finally step up. This was truly an epic opportunity. He comes on in the second half once again on the left. Liverpool is 1-0 up already, but still looking for a second. RIO is through. Ekitike's pass. RIO scores for Liverpool. There he goes. The youngster finally gets his big moment. He might be below the 70 rating, but he also might be able to step up in the biggest moments when the team needs him the most. This could have easily turned out to be a draw. PSV was doing really well, but Rio came on and changed it all. 87 minutes in, he's looking for options down the center once again, dribbling, skills, everything. Mo Salah through, and he again misses the target. Maybe he should play on the right wing, but jokes aside, he was a hero today. Liverpool did end up winning the league title, and apparently the player of the season is Ollie Watkins. That is one trophy that Rio one day has to win, of course. As Liverpool finishes the season with 93 points, dominating, only 3 losses on their record. The record of Rio is nowhere to be seen right here. Chiesa has 3 goals, but we have to go even further down to find out that in 9 games that he came on as a substitute, he only managed to get that 1 goal that we saw. But he has gone up to a 68 rating at this stage. And this doesn't mean that his career at Liverpool is over. He's still only 17 at that stage. You know what? Because he's gotten older, something needs to change. He was 5'7", 154 pounds, but now he's grown to 5'8", 163 pounds. Still an exciting prospect. And due to the lack of attackers, Liverpool are signing Barcola to help Gakpo on that left wing. The depth in the squad was not good enough, and NGUMOHA sadly wasn't delivering the goods yet. So with Barcola coming in, Rio is losing his spot as the backup left wing in the squad and needs to find himself a new temporary home. And so he has chosen a club that will keep building ridiculous talents. This is Rio joining Benfica now for a new chapter in his life, to build himself up, to come back to Liverpool and overtake Gakpo and even Barcola. But even here, it won't be easy for our youngster. He has to beat the likes of talented Skjelderup and Aktürkoğlu for a spot at some point. And how do you do that? You have to impress straight away. Benfica is currently stuck in the 3rd position, right behind their rivals Sporting and Porto. And Aktürkoğlu has been the main man on the left wing so far. But now he has broken his toe and he's only able to play in 3 months' time. So of course, an opportunity for someone to step up, and the coach believes in Rio. Let's see if Rio actually believes in himself in a big battle against Sporting. Away from home, Rio shaking hands with his opponents that he in a second will have to try and get past on the left next to Pavlidis and João Mario behind him, acting like Wirtz, for example, trying to help Rio on that left-hand side to get into good positions. But initially, it was Sporting dominating the game. 12 minutes in, 23rd minute. Now it's Trincao over to Hada. And somehow that shot just goes through my defender and my goalkeeper. It wasn't even well placed. So I was disappointed. But Pavlidis finds Rio. He goes ahead and takes a shot on his left. And sadly, that is just not good enough from the youngster. Pavlidis into João Mario, though. That is how you finish. That, my friends, is experience. And that is something that Rio still doesn't have. It's okay, though. Barreiro looking for Rio once again. He's through 1v1. And he could have been a hero. He could have won this game for his team, but didn't right there. He was looking for opportunities to find passes for his teammates. But at the end of the day, that shot should have been the winner, but it wasn't. Benfica now find themselves in an even tougher spot. 6th in the league, only 27 points. Porto all the way up top. And that is the team we're playing against. And Rio straight away down the left-hand side, just 5 minutes in. Great pass into Pavlidis. Good turn from Pavlidis into Asnes. The former Feyenoord midfielder scores the first goal in this matchup. And Rio was part in the build-up. Pavlidis looking for Rio, finds him, and what a miss. How do you go ahead and not score that? And our defense is falling apart as their wonder kid, Rodrigo Moura, who has currently been linked for 70 million to the Saudi League, he steps up and scores. Rio, though, finds the assist. for Bruma to take us 2-1 ahead. He's played a massive part in this matchup against the biggest team in the league, the strongest one at the moment. And Porto players are on the floor as Rio gets to celebrate with his teammates. This is more of what we want to see from our youngster. Things have gotten a little bit better for Benfica. End of the season, second place behind Sporting, which, you know, isn't perfect, but it is what it is. Now, as we go over to the Taça Portuguesa, which is obviously the Portuguese Cup, you realize that we are part of the cup finale. Braga against Benfica. Rio, can you be the hero in this massive matchup? You've been getting assists, but I need goals. At this stage of the season, he's up to a 72 rating. That's a +4 for our youngster. Let's see if that upgrade will be helpful. Rio down the left against Braga in the Taça Portuguesa. Here we go. It is close, but not enough. Next attack being built up, and Rio is on the skill moves, but the defenders are on top of him. He's trying his best. 40th minute. He's trying to find the room, and he makes himself room down the center and somehow gets that past the defender and the goalkeeper. It's the middle of the target and scores. I don't know how that happens, but Benfica is 1-0 up at this stage. Not for long. They come back straight away. Braga is not an easy team to play against, especially when they're playing at home. Rio down the left, 93rd minute. He's trying to make something happen here. Wants to pass it, is a bit too late, but the referee lets it play on, and Rio finds himself in a position to shoot and score. 2-1 Benfica. The youngster has scored an epic goal in a big moment for such a huge club as Benfica, as he goes ahead and becomes the hero in a cup finale. This is what we want to see from the youngster, just like Newcastle, late into the game, gets the winner, and now he gets to celebrate the trophy that he played a massive part in. So, Liverpool scouts, are you looking at this? Now, as Rio is returning to Liverpool, things have changed. Salah has left the club to join AC Milan. Even Van Dijk has left the squad to join Dortmund and experience something different for the last few years of their careers. But how does that leave the team looking? Well, Cody Gakpo on the left, Barcola on the right. Barcola being the replacement of Salah at this point. And as we go into the back, Romero has come in to replace Van Dijk. And on top of it, you have Kubarsi right here, ready to go to take over at some stage soon. And Pavlovic as an amazing CDM option for this team as well. But Rio, as he comes back after that epic finale, he has gone up to a 75 rating. He's 18 years old now. He has 82 pace, 62 shooting, and 84 dribbling. As Rio returns to Liverpool and is sat on the bench once again, this season he has to prove himself. If he does so and grows to an 80 rating, someone is going to be dropped out for Rio's future. For now, Gakpo is only being dropped out in the second half of the games, and Rio gets his chance against Manchester United in the Community Shield as Liverpool is 1-0 up already. He tries to play a role in this game as well. And he tried over and over again, but sadly, all those shots were just not accurate enough. But at the end of the day, he was part of the squad that has won the Community Shield. And lads, after that, it was Everton. This is a big game. It's a heated derby, the Merseyside derby. And he got the chance to play from minute 1. Everton started off beautifully with Ikone through on goal, and our defense steps in but makes mistakes. Duarte picks up the ball and makes it 1-0 for the blue side of Merseyside. And obviously, we couldn't have that. Klavenbesh on the ball. Beautiful pass. Ekitike. Rio! You can't miss that. That is such a big moment, but he's still chasing it over to Ekitike. Good pass from him. Ekitike is through, and even he misses, even though he's like one of the best strikers in the world in my game right now. And, well, 69 minutes in, Wirtz is through. I don't know what the hell the defenders are doing right here, but what I know is I want a real goal contribution. I risked it all by passing it across. It made no sense to do that, but it turns out to be a goal, and I will never do that again. I forced it over to the left, and I thought, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Well, Rio delivered, and actually, it's an angle that he scored against Newcastle from, so it works out in the end. Rio again tried to get an assist for the winner, And TK is letting us down big time at this stage. I thought he would be much better there. But lads, Gakpo is injured now. And Gakpo is getting taken out in the next game as Rio comes on against Newcastle. Beautiful skill move and a pass on top. It is Barcola finishing that great move from our youngster. First, the game against Everton, he has an impact. And now against the likes of Newcastle as well, in a game that we do win. Liverpool have won the FA Cup title and the Premier League trophy next to it. The player of the season, though, is Arsenal's Barnes. How is Barnes winning player of the season out here? If he can do it, Rio can do it too. And the great thing is, Rio has grown to an 80 rating at this stage, which means instead of just being a substitute and sometimes starting, there will be rotation now, involving Rio into the game of Liverpool more often, because they have been winning these trophies, but he hasn't really played a big role yet. This season, Liverpool are ahead of Manchester City by just a couple of points. And obviously with the fixture congestion, we are looking at a squad that plays Champions League football, and then in between you have the biggest game of the season against Manchester City. But Rio is not there yet. So for games like this, he needs to step up. Champions League football, let's see if he can deliver. Champions League is a different breed. 17 minutes in and we are down against Stade Brest. This is something I didn't see coming. Liverpool fans, obviously in the away end, are going to be unhappy with that. Rio goes through, skills, and doesn't find the back of the net. The skill moves, the dribbling over and over again. He shows us what he's capable of. Once more, one-on-one. The finishing just isn't up there yet. It is frustrating the bench and myself big time. We need to get goals here. It is Curtis Jones to Rio again. This time he just slots it in as he's on the floor, makes it 1-1 and gives us a chance to go and maybe even win this game. But in the 87th minute, our defense fell asleep, and that is a ridiculous finish coming through from our opponents. So we are losing the first leg 2-1 against this French side. Could not be happening. Manchester City, the in-between game, turned out to be a draw. Straight after that, we're up against Stade Brestois once again. This time at Anfield. I thought it would be a different story. As I come in here for Rio, it is 1-0 for Liverpool, but our opponents managed to score and equalize. So that means it is 3-2 for Stade Brest as Rio steps up 66 minutes in, makes the biggest difference, takes us to 3-3. That would mean we go into extra time, right? Well, no. TK on the ball, looking for options, goes into the middle. Barcola to Rio. Once again, left-footed finish, bottom right corner, celebrates with the cup. Unbelievable from Rio in this game as he gets us through into the next round of Champions League football and gets himself some great experience there. And here we are at the end of the season with Liverpool at the top of the league table with 80 points, just 2 ahead of Manchester City, securing the biggest trophy domestically. And when we look at the Community Shield, it's been won against Arsenal. The FA Cup, Man City wins it. Carabao Cup, it's Man City again. But guess what? They're not playing in the Champions League finale. It's Liverpool against Real Madrid. And in this matchup, of course, Gakpo is going to be starting. But late on into the game, around the 70th minute, there will be an opportunity for Rio. Can he play a big role in a Champions League finale? Let's find out. At this stage of his career, he is 84 rated, a +4 so far this season. And he's about to get 120k per week in a new contract for Liverpool, extending it once again. Rio sticks to this club. It's time to repay Liverpool for that. Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo, what an attack. But we are going to be up against Trent Alexander-Arnold when we come on. And that will be an interesting battle. Here we go. 38 minutes in. Kylian Mbappe, free kick onto the post, and we clear it. Real Madrid was supposed to be the one beating us right here. We were getting chances. It was looking decent. 50 minutes in. Barcola into Gakpo. Gakpo in space. Rio is not on the pitch. Gakpo had his chance right there, but then he got taken off, of course, for Rio. And now I was so hopeful going into this. Rio on the ball, 70th minute. He is dribbling past people and even the keeper, but cannot slot it past him. 74 minutes in, crossover to Gravenberch. He finds him beautifully. And that is another huge save. 77. Oh, here he goes again. Rio with the flicks. But sadly, Real Madrid just keep on stopping us just in time. And then in extra time, 104 minutes in, Pineda for Real Madrid scores the goal. I thought maybe I can make it back. But in the second half of extra time, De Oliveira chips Mamardashvili as Real Madrid destroy us in the Champions League and win the trophy 2-0 with Valverde lifting it. Rio will have to wait longer for this one. At least the club still had something to celebrate, and Rio has become part of this team really nicely, becoming an important player. But the next step needs to come now. So now the time has come for change. 29-year-old Cody Gakpo is being moved on by Liverpool for a record fee of, yes, 140 million to rivals Chelsea right here. Which means Rio finally takes over his spot on that left wing. He's going to be the main man now and has to lead the line in the attack alongside Ekitike, Viet and Barcola. And by the way, the ratings of the players, they are ridiculous as you can tell right now. So hopefully it is going to be good enough to make up for that Champions League finale loss one day. And now the moment of truth. Gakpo has gone to Chelsea, right? Liverpool against Chelsea, first against second. If we beat Chelsea right here, the title is 100% secured. With Rio now on an 88 rating. So far, the young man has gotten himself 12 goals and 10 assists. He's the 5th top scorer in the team. Gakpo against Rio was the battle, but Ryan Gravenberch comes up with a ridiculous strike after just 4 minutes. Look at this replay. The POV from him is absolute insanity. It curls into the far corner, and Rio and Viet and of course Ekitike were trying their best to get into positions to make this even more clear. A second goal would have been nice. A shot taken there. Rio into Ekitike, who once again should have given Rio an assist, but it just doesn't work out. And Chelsea in the 87th minute just somehow get lucky and score. And I thought, this is his moment. This could be it. Rio, you can become a hero as he goes through. Come on then, lad. He's through. 1v1, and the shot is saved. It's a draw against Chelsea. Yes, Liverpool did end up winning the Premier League title with a massive gap over Chelsea in the end and only 2 losses. And of course, Rio did contribute in the end. He brought in a total of 22 goal contributions, but most importantly, this was the first full season that he played. And he's only 21. Can I expect more out of him than just 22 goal contributions? I don't think I should. Yes, he's 88 rated, but the experience is only coming in now. And when you look at the fact that Manchester City were the ones that kicked us out of Champions League football, that shows me that we have so much work to do still, and Rio will get his moment on the biggest stage. And you know what, lads? He's gone up to a 92 rating at this stage. He's only 22 years old. The rest of the team, by the way, looks incredible. So he has to win all the trophies, of course. The Premier League title has been won. 95 points, only 1 loss on their record. Nearly did the Invincibles. Man City behind us, but Brighton 3rd, Nottingham Forest 4th. Interesting future right there. The Community Shield belongs to Liverpool. The FA Cup belongs to Liverpool as well. The Carabao Cup as well. All the domestic trophies, 4 of them, have been won by Liverpool. In the Champions League, we came in first in the league phase ahead of Real Madrid. In the round of 16, we beat the likes of Nice as Real Madrid beat Lille. Quarterfinals, it was us beating Barcelona as Madrid gets past Chelsea and Gakpo. In the semi-finals, we got past Manchester City once again, taking another trophy away from them potentially. Real Madrid goes through. And now, Rio plays against Real Madrid once again in the Champions League final. This is exactly how it should have come. And now the big moment. Can he be up for a Ballon d'Or, yes or no? Oh, yes. Oh my god, yes. 44 and 14. Ekitike 39 and 9. Barcola 37 15. Honestly, it could be anyone's Ballon d'Or, to be honest with you. Wirtz 27 and 18. Also ridiculous numbers, but obviously attacking midfielders cannot win it. So when it comes to the attack here, Ekitike is the highest rated one, so he has the highest chance of winning it. But if Rio steps up in that Champions League finale as well, 30 Premier League goals, 9 assists in the Prem. Wow, Champions League, 12 goals and 4 assists. All right, lads, this is it. Can he pull it off? Yes or no? Obviously, this game, we're going to play through all of it with me live commentating it, and of course Rio stepping up against Real Madrid. It is not going to be easy. The last time they crushed us, we wasted too many chances. His career is going to be an incredible one, and as we go into this game, I want you guys in the comments to let me know, what do you think of Rio? Do you actually think he has the potential to become a legend somewhere down the line, or is this just a bunch of hype? Now, as much as I want him to be the one to decide everything, all I want is actually to go and win this game. So let's see if we can make it happen with Conor Bradley. First chance taken nicely. Oh, he has the quick step plus now, which could be quite useful. Mbappe through here. Oh, Gravenberch just did not want to take part in it. Rodrigo's completely open. Real Madrid take the lead. 27 minutes in. Liverpool's defense in shambles. Way too open at the back, and Rodrigo from just inside the box scores easily. All right, I need a hero. Let's make it happen. Nice. Rio's through here. Go on, Rio. Find an option. Ekitike hits the post. No way. Rio, nice little pass and move. Oh, yes. Wirtz. World class. Ekitike, come on. Come on. Take the shot. Why is it taking half an hour? Mbappe again. Just finding space. And he does find Rodrigo again. Bro, I need a goal desperately. Look at the passing play here, man. Oh, my God. Mbappe nearly did it. Yes. Rio. Down the left. Wirtz. Assist for Rio, maybe? No, he's close, so let's give it a shot. Rio cuts in. He goes through. Oh my God, they actually let him shoot. Yes, love that. Far post. Ryan asking for it. Where are you jumping? What are you doing? Oh my God, they subbed on Musiala for Rodrigo. What the hell is this Real Madrid team? Needs help. He's going to play this with Rio. Rio and Wirtz. Down the left we go. Ekitike in the center. Can I find him? Ekitike, please. You have to be kidding. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my head. Wirtz out of position. Kylian. Vinny. We have 10 minutes left here. I need someone to rescue me, please. Bradley switches it over all the way to Rio. Can he get past his man? Rio with the pass and move. Gets it back from McAllister. Rio inside. Ekitike. Ryan. Oh my God, Courtois, you cannot be serious. How does he save that? That was not the pass I intended, but it's all good. Rio inside. Ekitike. He gets his assist. It is done. 1-1. We're back into it. Real Madrid, it is not done yet. What an incredible moment that was. Wirtz with the oversight, and Rio, great passing for Ekitike, who finally scores for us. Oh, wait. This is not done yet. Rio sees Wirtz. Wirtz. Rio. Oh my God. I already saw his name in the stars, man. That was it. That was his moment. I bottled it. Nice. Move it back. McAllister. Lovely pass. Rio. Oh my God, bro. No. There's no way he misses that. Look at the angle. Look at that. It has to go in. Wirtz. Is that it? No, it isn't. We're going into penalties. Oh my God. Please tell me Rio is good at penalties. He's going to be taking his as number 5 for Liverpool. Kylian Mbappe, safe by Mamardashvili. McAllister, top left. Yes. Come on. Come on, Mamardashvili. Stand down the middle. Ekitike. Ooh, that might be too much power. No, it isn't. Real Madrid, Vinny Jr. Bottom left. No. Barcola. Top left. Jude Bellingham. I'm making the moves, and he saves it. This could be it. Florian Wirtz to win it for Liverpool. He does. Rio doesn't have to take one, but he is a Champions League winner now. He played a big role. He got the assist for the equalizer. And at the end of the day, a penalty shootout has gotten us revenge against Real Madrid. I cannot believe I'm watching Romero as a captain for Liverpool lift a Champions League trophy, but it is about to happen with our boy in the background. He's still a youngster. He is, yes, of course, the top scorer for our team. I do wonder who's going to win the Ballon d'Or. I assume it's going to be Ekitike because of that goal, but we all know who our golden boy is. The moment of truth. Who is it going to be? Figo says, Rio! Yes, he deserves it, man. The golden boy picks up the Ballon d'Or. What a moment. What an incredible career this has been. A story from basically not making it at first, being loaned out, still not working out perfectly fine. Even when he came back, he wasn't that strong, but he worked his way through. He kept believing. And Rio is now essential to Liverpool's story. And I really hope this is how it's going to go in the future as well. I have so much hope in this kid, and I'm so happy that he's part of the Liverpool squad. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good one. Take care and peace.